Hello again, everybody. This is John and Glenn with BestPriceNutrition.com. Today we're here to talk to you guys about deer antler velvet. It's been in the news lately. Glenn, what specifically brought it up that every's talking about with it?
The story was Ray Lewis. Basically, there's a company, I believe, called SWATs. And they came out and said that Ray Lewis contacted them when he had his injury of his arm and asked, hey, I need something to help recover from this injury a lot faster. So there was a phone conversation. They supposedly sent him out a package of this deer antler spray. It's funny, he even asked, do I spray it on my arm? And they said, no, it's an oral spray. You spray it under your tongue. So that's where the controversy came about. It is a banned substance in the NFL, so there was a lot of controversy there, because if he did take it, he's taking a banned substance.
Yeah, which is funny because, let's face it, in the NFL there's a lot of other banned substances that are being used. 260-pound men don't run 4 540s. Sorry to break that to everybody. That's not normal. So there's a lot more than just deer antler velvet spray.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you remember what years back when Mark McGuire had the Andro in his locker,
yeah.
People were like, yeah, it's the Andro. It's like, yeah, I'm sure it's the Andro,
yeah,
right?
He was just taking that.
Yeah, so, you know, whatever, to each their own, it is what it is. And he denied it too,
mm-hmm.
right, the whole thing. Now, the question that we're getting is, does this stuff work? What's the deal with it? And a lot of people are confusing it with IGF-1. It may, in fact, contain IGF-1,
mm-hmm.
insulin-like growth factor, which is a hormone in your body. The question is, does it contain it? Well, the evidence is kind of mixed.
Mm-hmm.
Some studies say perhaps, some say no. And then the other question is, well, is there enough to actually have an anabolic effect, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So it's hard to say. We don't know because the research is kind of like all over the place, if you will. There are some benefits that Glenda mentioned. You said, Ray Lewis tore his triceps and turned a 6-month injury into a 10-week injury, basically.
Yeah. So there is some evidence that it may help with the healing of injuries. So it's actually funny that he would contact somebody and look for something that may have some research to show it does, but it's not conclusive.
Yeah, and that, and then also we don't know if there's enough of it in there. Now we do know, like IGF-1, some of the questions came out, well, if you don't inject it, does it survive your GI tract? And from what we can see, yeah, it will survive passage through your GI tract. It's a peptidic hormone, so it will. Now, again, we don't think that there's enough in there for it to actually have an anabolic effect. I think we'd see a lot more research demonstrating that. It may, but from what I can see, I just don't think so.
Yeah, I'd venture to guess there'd be a lot more people taking it if enough of it was making it through.
Well, that and if you were making it and you had and you knew that was the case, you'd get these studies going so you can make more money off of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so we'd say to people, kind of hold off on it, and like I said, there is some positive studies out there about maybe its ability to help with fractures and things like that, but in terms of it being this great anabolic substance and thinking that that's what Ray Lewis is taking, there's some other stuff I'm sure that Ray Lewis is taking.
And John's talking about the deer antler itself, not IGF-1 itself.
Oh, yeah.
IGF-1, it is used by bodybuilders and injected. It is an anabolic hormone.
Yeah, we're talking, So it's, again, I think we covered everything here. So bottom line is, save your money at this point. That would be what I would say
at this point.
So.
Maybe this will get some research or studies done on the product. Who knows?
Yeah, and based on the little evidence that there is, the anecdotes, whatever, if that's not for you to buy it, by all means, that's within your criteria, by all means, go ahead and do it. But if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to post them in the comments section of the video or blog. Also, you can check us out at facebook.com/bestpricenutrition. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.